Hi, it's Ed from Surreal Adventure, and I am here tonight on October 24th at the Twin Pines Mall at the Back to the Future event. And we got a lot of DeLoreans and a lot of cosplay and a lot of props and other things to look at. Here is another DeLorean that belongs to Justin. Can you tell us a little bit about it? It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a 83 model. I did a lot of upgrades. I actually removed the engine, built it back up, added the LED lights.
To get this engine out, it has to go down, right?
Actually, it has to come up and out.
Oh, no
So
kidding.
to remove this whole back piece.
I thought it would be like a Ferrari or a Fiero or something where it's on a cage that you could drop. No? Oh my God, that's hard.
So either you'd pull it out with the transmission or you'd disconnect transmission, pull it all out at once.
Looks like you got a new air conditioning compressor.
Yeah, upgraded it. Right. Make it a little bit better.
All right.
And
That's pretty cool. Is that the fuel injection?
that's
Part of
going to be your air
Air intake.
right there for your mixture, for your fuel.
Right. All right. It's got some cool lights. You're the only one who's showing off his engine, so that's cool.
Oh, I put a lot of time into it. I'm showing off.
Running down parts for this whole thing.
Wasn't too bad actually with the DeLorean Motor Company in Huntington Beach. So I got a lot of my parts there, and also there's a website called DeLorean Go that's from the UK, but a lot of the supply stuff is from here. So
Okay.
yeah, so that's where I was sourcing a lot of my stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, cool car, man. Thank you for coming. The Back to the Future event with Chris and Ryan. And Ryan has the coolest baby Raptor. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I got him from, I forgot the company's name, but it's Real Effects Baby Blue. I just painted him to look like a different Raptor,
Uh-huh.
Delta.
Okay. And he's designed to be held in your hand?
Oh yeah.
That's cool. And we have a Back to the Future droid. Did you build this at the droid foundry at the Star Wars in Disneyland?
I didn't build him.
No, this guy built them, right? Okay. Where'd you get the parts?
Droid Depot.
And Disneyland.
You got
Okay.
Disneyland, yeah. I was inspired by Back to the Future, and I wanted something Back to the Future with droids. And I remember the hoverboard. How to incorporate that to a droid? So just put all the colors in. I did that myself. Had to take apart one of these to make a smaller version. Yeah. And yeah. I even put the pit bull hoverboard on the other side,
Uh-huh.
and then the Japanese one on the.
Okay.
Yeah, just like, I don't know if you can see it. It's a little.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm here with Tony from Gonktoys, and they make screen-accurate replicas and have some actual replicas of some of the props for the movies, such as the shoes and the plutonium. And Tony here was nice enough to just tell me that the plutonium's taking up too much of his time.
Taking up a lot of time, but no, we had a really good run with it. We started in, was it 2020? So it's about 2 years now that we've been just dishing them out. Everybody loves them, but it's kind of time to take a little break, probably come back for the 40th anniversary. But there it is right here. We still have a good amount that we're getting rid of, but we brought a few for the show. So this one list, if you guys know, you've posted it before.
I don't think I got a close-up
Did you?
of it last
Oh.
time. You were kind of busy, but that's cool.
Check it out. You know, it's
Yeah.
got a little twist action, so it drops just like it would when it goes into the DeLorean.
Ah,
Holds water, but I like to put action figures in mine because I don't know, something about water next to my computer and where I
Right.
display my stuff. I don't
whiskey
know.
in there or something.
That's a
Or
really good
vodka.
idea. But it wouldn't last.
Yeah.
It wouldn't last. It would go really quick if it was at my place, so it would be empty already. I'd constantly be refilling it. So yeah, we.
I
brought
have an
some.
idea for you.
Yeah.
Since tiki mugs are all the rage right now, maybe you need to make some themed tiki mugs, like
It's actually
plutonium
funny.
or
One of-
something.
My really good friend is the owner of Geeky Tikis, and we
Okay.
actually talked about something like that once. I don't know if we'll ever get to it, but he actually does have the license, so maybe I'll bother him. Maybe we could do a Gonktoys Geeky Tiki. That'd be funny.
You could do a Gonktoys plutonium tiki mug where the fluid is what you drink.
Yeah, Mai Tai. Be
Yeah,
perfect.
right,
That's what we want.
right.
That's actually really funny. I love Geeky Tikis. Though they actually did some really cool Back to the Future Geeky Tikis recently, so which I have, so I'm happy about those.
Cool stuff.
Yeah, and then we did our Volterra deck that we did. Since we're all skaters, so this was actually kind of cool. This is the 2019 reissue,
Okay.
but it's kind of scary because of how expensive they are, and skating them, I'll only do it here
Right.
on this lot particularly. So I thought it'd be pretty cool to just like kind of issue a few of the decks in like a more popsicle shape. So we did our own version of it. Well, I mean, it's in a shrink wrap right now, but
Right.
so you can see right here, this is what the board looks like. It's pretty
cool.
close. So a lot of people like to hang them, but I like to ride them. So it's kind of like a little fun way we were able to get around that, just to skate them. But yeah, that's what we got.
Cool, man. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Great time at the event.
Thanks.
We have Dr. Emmett Brown, and he has come with his radiation suit and his plutonium case.
That's right.
Or-
Good evening.
or
How
beverage.
are we, my friends? Are we recording this?
We
Or
are.
Is this live?
It could be.
Great Scott. It could be, which
Yeah.
means not as of yet. That's okay. That's right. 1:18 a.m. Twin Pines Mall. Just waiting for Marty McFly to show up with his capo.
So I found out a dark secret tonight, and that is that the fluid insulating the plutonium rod in the middle is actually moonshine.
Who
Or
told you
some
that?
A little-
Oh,
a
I
little
told you
bird-
that, but not while we were recording. We'll talk about that. That's why Doc Brown can't hold his whiskey,
Ah,
because he drinks just pure moonshine.
That's what he has asked.
That is not true. This is plutonium. It's very dangerous.
no, we're good. Thank you.
I was here. You been during Yeah,
A cool screen accurate model.
I looked at the DeLorean, I looked at the jet, and I went, that ain't Stu. Sorry, I saw your... Now you can't fix it. I know.
With Mr. Edwin Pineda, who has the most screen accurate time machine that we have seen. And tell us a little bit. Has anything changed on it in the last year? Have you done anything new?
Well, it's always upgrading on these things. The last thing I did, I changed the lights on the van.
Okay.
I did the front only. I haven't finished the ones in the back. It's time consuming, but I have already the parts to do it. Haven't done it yet. And always working on the engine.
I know that you told me on Facebook that you almost didn't make it because the key got stuck.
Yeah, actually, I was doing a gig on Hollywood on Saturday night. So I was in Hollywood on Cahuenga. At 1 o'clock in the morning, my key broke. I didn't know what to do. I panicked. I actually stick the piece that I broke inside, turned the engine on, it went on. So
Oh, okay.
as soon as I made it home, I was safe. I go like, well, I got 3 days to actually fix it so I can make it. But
And you couldn't find a locksmith that would work on this, could you?
No,
Yeah.
no one wants to do it. They only want to work on models from 97 and up.
Wow.
So even my insurance tried to Haggerty, which is they specialize on classic cars, tried to get 30 guys, different guys to come and fix the car. No one came. I mean, no one. The angle. They say they don't work on this car. They don't recognize the car.
Right.
But,
Well, it is beautiful, and thank you for coming. I know it's I know it was last minute and a lot of work for you to get that all done. But I mean, it really makes.
I just want to be here with it.
Yeah, it makes a difference with this one here because this is the really cool one.
Thank you.
So thanks, man. Okay, I'm with Ronald Ferguson with the Southern California DeLorean Club, and he wants to. Let me try that again. Okay, I'm sorry. Take
Yes,
two.
Ronald Ferguson, RONALD Southern California DeLorean Club. Okay.
You got it. So tell me a little bit about the Southern California DeLorean Club.
This club, for of course DeLorean fanatics, started almost just after the International DeLorean Owners Association started back in 1983, and it's just continued to hold lots of events every single year for every single enthusiast. And of course, it used to really be, there was a Los Angeles chapter of the DeLorean Owners Association. There was a San Diego chapter of the DeLorean Owners Association. Ultimately, everybody was going to everybody else's event. So they said, let's just go ahead and merge them all into the Southern California DeLorean Club. There's another club up north, Northern California, DeLorean Club. They also do their own events. They're also very active. Ultimately, this is probably one of the largest concentration of DeLoreans in the world, in the Southern California area.
Very cool.
I think the demographics show, or statistics show, the next major area is probably Texas, believe it or not.
Okay.
There have been probably in the order now of at least 700 to 800 that have been repatriated back to Europe.
Okay.
And when it comes to the number of cars converted, some people refer to them as having been bastardized to look like a car from a particular movie. We estimate that there's probably between 200 to 300 of those, if not more. This car is very unique in the fact it's got its own story, not even Hollywood could have come up with. A lot of drama, a lot of things that really raise your eyebrows, such as this car was built to North American specifications in Belfast, Northern Ireland, where they actually had to import unleaded gasoline at the time to go ahead and run them on a test track. Unheard of. And then, of course, the company went under. Meanwhile, more cars were being built by the receivers. Those were relabeled 1983s instead of 1982s. That's another story in itself. Many, many conventions are held around the world for these cars. If you go and check out the International DeLorean Owners Association site, they will be telling you about the fact that every 5 years we hold what's referred to as a Eurofest. The next one is 2026. We end up having around 100 cars from Europe show up. Everybody wants to go back to the original factory where the test track still exists.
Wow.
The current occupants used to be Montepay. They've been bought out by somebody else. They let us go ahead and take the blocks, the concrete blocks out of the way, and the so-called tarmac on the track is still in very good shape because there's been nothing running on it to wear it out.
Right.
It's usually covered. In fact, it's usually covered with a lot of growth, and we have to get some people out there with machines to go ahead and cut all that growth out of the way so that the tarmac is visible again. But that's one of the things we go to. We also visit other sites that are of historic value, including we go to the Titanic Museum and we have a huge gala in the room, which represents the same staircase from the Titanic, which it's just, it's not I don't know what the word is, but you have to go there as an excursion to really appreciate the people who built the car, how proud they are of it, and the two great things that they built there that they're proud of.
The Titanic and the DeLorean.
And the DeLorean automobile. Yeah. But yeah, continuing on, we're filming this at the actual spot where they filmed temporal experiment number 1. This is one of the first 6 weeks of filming. In fact, they had to repeat filming of this because Eric Stoltz was dropped and they recast Michael J. Fox.
Well, who knew DeLoreans work their way into so many different aspects of life?
Oh yes. There's 2 very good movies out. One is called Back in Time. That just talks about one sliver of what the impact of the movie Back to the Future has had on society, and how it's worked its way into fabric, such as even Ronald Reagan says during one of his presidential speeches, now we're going to go back to the future,
right,
and do things great.
So this is a modern version of Marty McFly's truck that he had in Back to the Future, and we have the owner here.
Hey guys.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it's hard to find those 85 Toyota pickups, so I figured I'm just gonna buy a brand new truck and do my take on it. So that's where we're at. His truck had the steel bumpers front and rear, so I did that. Of course, the KC lights. He's got the black wheels with the chrome accents, so I went ahead, found some of those. It's got a hoverboard attached to the side. No need to call AAA.
Right on.
And then and there's a little tribute on the back window, just to show love for
Awesome.
the franchise.
That's perfect.
And of course the personalized license plate. No, it's not Mountain McFly.
Well, for all the millennials, maybe it is, but for everybody else.
Yeah, they say, "Oh, have you climbed McFly Mountain?" No, I haven't actually.
So what do you have here in your hand?
So this is Biff's hoverboard. Was Biff's hoverboard
Until you took it.
until I took it. I actually bought it from a little girl.
Ah.
It was hers.
Right.
She sold it to me, so I figured I'd add it to the collection.
Cool. That's a very nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Is that for Uncle Jailbird Joey?
Uncle Jailbird Joey, he's not coming home tonight, kids, but you drop him a line.
German in Venice in a time machine.
That's right. Where are you at if you're not here?
I tell you, we've been doing this for 10 years, completely unofficial, and every year it just keeps bigger and bigger. I think that's a testament to, people who like to come out and kind of celebrate their fandom and everything. And we got our own little community here that just keeps growing and growing. And every year there's always something new and interesting that comes around. So that's what keeps people coming back.
This year looks like there's about 3 times as many people as last year.
I mean, I just skateboard down and kind of do my thing. I don't really do a head count, but I'll take your word for it.
Marty McFly, everybody. Okay, this is Daniel Liu, the organizer of our 1:15 a.m. Twin Pines Mall event. Tell us a little bit about this evening.
Well, welcome again to Twin Pines Mall, or in a different timeline, it might be Lone Pine Mall. But in reality, we're in the city of industry in the real life Puente Hills Mall again. And ever since the original Back to the Future came out, fans have been coming here on their own, here and there, to make the pilgrimage to this significant location and just to check out a real life public filming location. But roughly 10 years ago, a ragtag small group of Back to the Future friends decided, hey, let's coincide with what Doc said to Marty at the beginning of the film, which was, Marty, meet me at 1:15 a.m. Twin Pines Mall. So we thought, hey, let's go on the same date, same time, which was to meet Doc Brown at 1:15 a.m. So fans come here on the night of October 25th every single year, and then we hang out, socialize, and many DeLorean owners are kind enough to show up. And hey, chances are, if you're an owner of DeLorean, chances are you're a Back to the Future fan too. But this year in 2022 is our biggest turnout yet. We had 11 DeLoreans. That's amazing. So especially with many of those Southern California DeLorean Club members showing up and other individual owners who are just here to show off their amazing cars that we're all jealous about. We all, Back to the Future fans, all wish they had a DeLorean too. But what makes this 1:50 a.m. Twin Pines Mall meetup special every year on the night of October 25th, leading up to 1:15 a.m. October 26th, is that it's like a small grassroots fan event. Every once in 5 to 10 years, Universal or other official Back to the Future organizations or film members will have an official event here. But even without an official event, it's heartwarming for Back to the Future fans to know that the fandom is still alive. This movie series is still as popular as ever. If anything, it's more popular than ever. As you all know, there's been a very successful Back to the Future, the musical, in the UK, and it's coming to Broadway, New York next year. Tickets have just gone on sale for Back to the Future, the musical, and on Broadway already. So it just proves, hey, if they think there's enough fan interest in Back to the Future to make a musical for it and to bring it to Broadway too. But back to here, Twin Pines Mall, the real life Twin Pines Mall, what's amazing is that through the 80s, and even now in 2022, shopping malls are declining around the country, but yet Twin Pines Mall, thank God, luckily is still around. Behind me, you see the iconic orange structure with the columns, which is so iconic. It's not just a generic stucco square building. So in the film, it was JCPenney at the time in the 80s when this was filmed, but today it's a 24-hour fitness.
Yeah.
And so this year, for this year's fan meetup, there was, I don't know, it's hard to count because it's a casual event. It's like an unofficial laid-back event, which makes it cool. It's free. And it's just, we have repeat members. Like we just took a group photo of a couple dozen people who've been here for 10 years straight. That's dedication. So it's like a family reunion of Back to the Future friends every year. But then we always meet new friends, new Back to the Future friends. Word spreads on social media. We help post online, Facebook groups, Back to the Future fan groups, just to spread the word. A lot of people don't know, hey, if you're in Southern California, this is the place to be at 1:15 a.m. October 26th every single year. So if you're a Back to the Future fan, feel free to come by.
We always take a group photo at the end of the evening. This year our turnout is swelled, and we've got like 3 to 5 times as many people who showed up. So hopefully we'll be able to fit as many of them into the photo as possible.
Yeah, don't turn out all the lights. You guys are here. I'd probably trip over something. How's everybody doing?
Hi everyone. Hey Marty. We're the Sauce Marty's here, but thank you to Chris Foster for being the Marty again. We're here since 1:15 officially until we pass that. We're going to take our 1:15 photo. So thanks everyone for being here. So only because there's a giant group, which is awesome, biggest turnout yet. For an unofficial event, which is awesome. We're all dedicated fans. So we're going to have to everyone squeeze in more. We have more layers of people up front. This is why.
All the people.
You guys over here, come forward. Come forward more. Angle, yeah, exactly. Oh, like right here. Over here.
We need to get up front.
And if a few of you guys could find some